Chosen one, today marks the unfolding of something divine, something extraordinary that goes beyond the natural eye. August 6th is not just a date on the calendar. It's a divine appointment set in eternity, now coming to life in your reality. This moment carries the weight of destiny. It is charged with heaven's intention for your life. A veil has been lifted, and what once felt distant, delayed, or denied is now being drawn to you with divine speed and precision. There is a sacred shift in motion, one that heaven has orchestrated with great care. You are not here by chance. You are here by divine design. This day holds a spiritual signature. It carries the sound of breakthrough, the scent of favor, the vibration of answered prayer. Something holy is moving in your direction. The spiritual realm has been stirred, and what was stored up for you, grace, elevation, provision, and alignment, is now being released without restriction. No longer are you walking through life as if the heavens are silent. They are speaking clearly, powerfully, and personally. You may feel an unshakable stirring deep within your spirit, a sense of urgency that cannot be explained by logic. That inner awakening is the voice of your divine purpose calling louder than ever before. You are not imagining it. You are discerning it. The signals are real. The timing is divine. The alignment is intentional. This is a moment of holy activation. What you've carried in your heart, the silent prayers, the private tears, the persistent hope, is not forgotten. It has built momentum in the unseen realm, and now the results are beginning to surface. The gates are opening. The delays are breaking. The transfer is in motion. You're no longer waiting for your season. It has arrived. This is the beginning of fulfillment, of promises long spoken over your life coming into view, of destiny becoming tangible. But make no mistake, this is not just about what you receive. It's about who you become. You are stepping into full alignment with your divine identity. You are rising into your anointing, your calling, your assignment. This transfer demands your participation. It's not passive. It's purposeful. You are being invited to walk in faith, speak with boldness, move with intentionality, and stay in step with divine instruction. Heaven is not just responding, it is collaborating with you. This is a sacred partnership between the eternal and the earthly, between your spirit and the Spirit of God. As this new chapter unfolds, clarity will come, direction will come, provision will come, but your posture matters. Stay attuned to the whispers of heaven. Guard your atmosphere. Protect your peace. Move in discernment. What you hear now is not noise, it's instruction. What you sense is not random, it's revelation. You were never forgotten. You are being prepared. Now the doors that no man could open are unlocking because of what heaven has ordained. The favor that seemed withheld is being released without measure. Every seed you've sown in faith, every step you've taken when the path was unclear, God saw it all. And now He is rewarding your obedience, your perseverance, and your trust. Declare it now. I am aligned. I am ready. I am receiving. Speak not from fear, but from faith. Speak not from lack, but from abundance. Let your words carry the vibration of what's already true in the Spirit, and it will manifest in the natural. This is a holy moment, a divine exchange, a supernatural transfer. If this resonates with you, feel free to write 777 in the comments. It's a powerful symbol of divine alignment, completion, and manifestation. That small act carries intention, and intention shapes energy. What you set your heart on now is multiplying. You may have found yourself walking through a season that felt like a slow, quiet unraveling. A season marked not by noise, but by distance. People you once depended on began to fade from your life. Places that once felt like home no longer brought peace. Dreams you had clung to suddenly lost their appeal or crumbled altogether. At times, you may have wondered if you were being left behind, forgotten, or somehow falling out of step with the life you once imagined. But let this truth settle deep within you. That separation was never meant to break you. It was designed to build you. God was not punishing you, He was positioning you. That season of silence wasn't rejection, it was refinement. You were being called out of what was familiar so you could be shaped for what is holy. The quiet wasn't empty, it was strategic. Heaven was working on your behalf in ways you couldn't see, orchestrating divine protection over your life. What looked like delay was actually preservation. What felt like being hidden was really God keeping you covered until the time was right. And now, beloved, the time is right. Everything you walk through, every lonely valley, every unanswered question, it served a purpose. You are being purified, pruned, and prepared. Because what's being released into your life now is weighty, sacred, transformative. This divine transfer is more than just a blessing. It's a commissioning. You are being entrusted with something heaven values deeply. This is about stewardship, about carrying divine responsibility with grace and authority. The doors that are opening now are not random. They were set aside for you, reserved, protected until you were ready to walk through them. And now you are. You may not have realized it, but every test, every trial, every tear was molding you into someone who could not just receive the promise, but sustain it. This transfer is not about sudden luck or shallow reward. It is a release of divine resources assigned to your calling, to your purpose, to your mantle. You were never disqualified. You are being equipped. God isn't just giving something to you. He is trusting something through you. This is a move of alignment. Heaven is moving pieces into place, realigning your environment, your spirit, and your vision. You've been elevated in the spirit long before it shows in the natural. What's coming into your life now is the visible expression of the invisible work God has already completed within you. And know this, you're not receiving because you're better, but because you're ready. This is not about favoritism. It's about fulfillment. It's about God's perfect timing intersecting with your obedience and your endurance. You stayed faithful when you had every reason to give up. You kept praying even when heaven seemed silent. You kept showing up when you felt unseen. You kept sowing in seasons of lack. And heaven has not forgotten. This is your confirmation. You have passed the test. What's coming your way has been carrying your name the entire time. It was never lost. It was never transferred to someone else. It has been preserved for you, waiting for the appointed time. And now you are aligned. Your heart, your spirit, your vision, they are positioned to not only receive, but to walk in authority. The shift is already happening. The transfer has begun. You may start to notice quiet but undeniable signs. Doors that open with no explanation, peace that settles where anxiety used to live, opportunities that align too perfectly to be coincidence. Pay attention. These are not lucky breaks or accidents. They are divine signals, affirmations from heaven that what was spoken over your life is now manifesting. You've crossed the threshold. You are no longer waiting for the season to change. It already has. This is your moment to rise, not in pride, but in purpose, to carry what has been assigned to you with humility, faith, and boldness. You are stepping into divine momentum. This is not the end of the wilderness. It's the beginning of the outpouring. So walk forward with your head held high, not because everything makes sense, but because you trust the one who holds the plan. Walk with the confidence of someone who knows they are not empty-handed, but heaven-backed. You are not just being blessed. You are being entrusted. You are not just being lifted, you are being launched. You may find yourself unexpectedly drawn to people you've never met before, or feel an inner pull toward places and paths that seem unfamiliar. At first glance, these shifts may seem random or insignificant, but they are anything but. These are divine breadcrumbs, subtle signals planted by heaven, gently nudging you towards something greater than what you've known. These moments are not to be dismissed. They are sacred invitations to step into alignment with the prayers you've sown in quiet faith. Trust them. Follow them. They are leading you closer to the manifestation of what has already been promised. In this new season, spiritual awareness will be one of your most vital tools. Not everything God is doing in your life will come with loud announcements or obvious signs. Sometimes the divine transfer doesn't arrive as a lightning bolt. It arrives as a whisper. It tiptoes into your atmosphere, shifting your energy, redirecting your focus, quietly aligning circumstances until everything just fits. But to catch it, you must be tuned in. You must be present. Your sensitivity to the spirit will determine your ability to move in step with the shift. You'll start to notice when something feels different in your spirit. A conversation that sparks unexpected clarity. An opportunity that feels too aligned to be coincidence. A sense of peace in the very place where you once felt chaos. Don't overlook these moments. They may be small in appearance, but they carry divine weight. Heaven often hides breakthroughs in subtle shifts to see who's paying attention. Discernment is your compass right now. You won't always have the luxury of logic or the clarity of hindsight. You'll have to move based on trust in the way God speaks to you, even when it doesn't make sense on paper. Sometimes your spirit will recognize something your mind can't yet explain. That's where faith begins, in the unseen, in the unproven, in the quiet yes of your heart when everything else tells you to wait. This is not the time to overthink. This is not the time to delay. It's a time to walk with eyes wide open and a heart fully surrendered. Let your spirit lead. Let the whispers of God guide you, not the noise of the world. When you feel that divine stirring, move. When you sense that peace settling in an unlikely place, stay. When the door opens, step through it. You've already faced more than your fair share of resistance. But that resistance wasn't designed to stop you. It was meant to strengthen you. The opposition you've encountered wasn't evidence of failure. It was confirmation of purpose. The enemy doesn't waste his efforts on what isn't valuable. Every battle, every setback, every unanswered question, God used it all to develop spiritual resilience within you. You may have felt pressure, but that pressure produced power. You may have experienced pain, but that pain birthed purpose. You are not the same person you were in your last season. You're more discerning now, more grounded, more aligned with who God has called you to be. The things that once shook you can't reach you the same way anymore. Why? Because your foundation has deepened. Your roots have grown. You've been fortified. And now you're ready to carry what's coming. The transfer you're stepping into may not look how you imagine it would. God rarely operates according to our timelines or blueprints. His routes are often unconventional. You may face detours that feel like delays, disruptions that feel like denial. But don't let appearances deceive you. What feels like a closed door might be a divine reroute. What feels like a breakdown might be the beginning of breakthrough. God hides purpose in what seems like the most inconvenient circumstances. He leads through curves, not straight lines. And often, it's only when we look back that we realize the most confusing moments were the most significant. So if things aren't going according to plan, take heart. His plan is better. His path is wiser. And He's leading you exactly where you need to be. Everything that is happening now is connected. The shifts, the stirrings, the inner awakenings, they are not random. They're all a part of the greater orchestration of heaven over your life. You are being aligned with divine timing, divine people, and divine assignments. Stay soft in spirit, but strong in faith. Be willing to release what no longer fits so that you can receive what was always meant for you. This is not just about stepping into a new chapter. It's about stepping into your truest chapter. The one where you stop shrinking to fit old spaces. The one where you no longer seek permission to walk in power. The one where you say yes fully and finally to the life you were born to live. You are being ushered into something holy. Walk with eyes open. Listen with your spirit. Move with boldness. Because what's coming isn't just a blessing, it's a becoming. And you're ready for it.to truly receive what is coming into your life. You must be willing to make space, not just physically, but spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Divine overflow requires open hands and an open heart. God is not pouring fresh oil into vessels that are already full of what no longer serves. This is a sacred season of release, of holy detachment from the things that are taking up space without offering life. It's time to look closely and ask yourself, what is still present in my life that God has already asked me to let go of? You cannot carry the new while clinging to the old. The future you are being prepared for is too weighty, too sacred, too specific to be mixed with expired patterns, relationships, and emotional baggage. What once served you may now be stalling you. What once fit your life may now be limiting your growth. And while letting go may feel like loss, it is actually the beginning of divine positioning. This is not punishment, it is preparation. You're not being stripped, you're being refined. What God removes, He replaces with purpose. What He asks you to release, He always follows with restoration. You might feel a pull to walk away from certain people, habits, mindsets, or even dreams that no longer align with where you're headed. Obedience in this moment is crucial. What's ahead cannot be entered with what held you back in the past. You are crossing into a new realm of favor, and this transition demands clarity and space. Letting go is not rejection, it is redirection. Detachment is not abandonment, it is alignment. And while the pruning may feel painful, it is proof that fruit is on the way. When your hands are no longer holding what drains you, they become free to receive what empowers you. God is not asking you to release for no reason. He is asking you to trust that what's coming is greater than what's gone. You are not emptying your life. You are clearing the way for fullness. He's preparing to pour into you a measure of blessing that requires room to settle and expand. The divine cannot dwell in cluttered places. And so, the clearing is necessary. What's on the horizon is not ordinary. You are entering a new dimension of grace, a new level of anointing, and a deeper sense of purpose. The doors that once seemed forever closed are now unlocking, not through effort or striving, but by favor. These are doors that only God could open, and when He does, they swing wide with ease. No forcing, no pleading, just divine timing meeting your faithful posture. This shift isn't about proving yourself. It's about trusting what God is doing behind the scenes. The favor that's finding you now is not a result of perfection. It's the result of persistence. You didn't quit. You stayed faithful in seasons that didn't make sense. You prayed when answers didn't come. You obeyed even when you couldn't see the reward. Heaven noticed. Every act of surrender, every quiet moment of faith, it all mattered. It was all preparation. You were being watched, molded, strengthened, trusted. Now you're stepping into the evidence of that obedience. This is not just about an external upgrade. It's about an internal awakening. God is not just giving you things. He is transforming who you are. He is aligning your identity with your inheritance. You are becoming the version of yourself that can hold what is holy. What's being poured into your life now isn't just a blessing. It's a mantle. It's an assignment. It's authority. You are being trusted to carry something bigger than yourself, and that's why the process felt so heavy. The weight of what you're called to do required the depth of what you had to walk through. You're not just walking into a better season, you're walking into the reason for every season that came before. What once seemed confusing is about to make perfect sense. What once felt like delay is being revealed as divine strategy. What once appeared as silence is being unwrapped as answered prayer. The transfer is happening. Quietly, powerfully, unstoppably. You are not waiting for your life to change. It already is. You are not striving for breakthrough. It is already at your door. This is the moment you've been prepared for. All that has been refined in you is now about to be revealed through you. The process wasn't for nothing. It was the proving ground for the promotion now being released, so lift your eyes. Open your heart. Clear the clutter. Say goodbye to what no longer belongs. This is not the end. It's the clearing before the overflow. And what's coming won't just bless you. It will transform everything around you. You are not just receiving, you are becoming. And heaven has already said yes. This season is unlike any you've walked through before. It's not just about change. It's about alignment. A full divine synchronization of your spirit, your mind, and your soul, all coming into harmony with a calling that has been placed upon your life from the very beginning. You're no longer preparing to become the person who will carry the weight of your assignment. You are that person now. Heaven has already affirmed it. The shaping is complete. The refining fire has done its work. You are standing in the fullness of your readiness, even if your surroundings haven't caught up yet. This isn't the time to question who you are. This is the time to own who you are. Your faith has been tested and matured. Your identity has been grounded in truth. Your spirit has been stretched beyond comfort and made stronger through the stretching. All of it, every trial, every test, every silent season, has built the foundation for what you are about to carry. You're not walking in circles anymore. You're not rehearsing the lesson. You've passed the test. And now the oil is about to flow. This is your moment of divine alignment. The spiritual realm is already moving, and the only thing that remains is your agreement with heaven. Speak it now. Declare it now. Prophesy over your own life with boldness and certainty. This is not the time to be timid with your belief. The atmosphere is right. Your words, when spoken in faith, become bridges to the manifestation of what's been promised. Don't wait until you see it to believe it, and then you'll see it. Let your voice match the power of your destiny. Let your posture reflect the authority of your promise. Walk as if the answer has already arrived. Worship as if the breakthrough is already in your hands. Move like someone who has nothing left to prove, but everything left to receive. Because the truth is, the transfer has already begun. Heaven is in motion. Angels are already assigned. Provision is already en route. And all that's required of you now is alignment. If you feel the stirring, the knowing, the holy pull, don't ignore it. That's your spirit responding to divine timing. That is the vibration of breakthrough resonating in your soul. Speak life over it. Speak completion. Speak fulfillment. Your voice is not just sound, it's a spiritual tool. It's a key. Your declarations are not empty. They carry weight. When you speak in faith, you shift atmospheres. You unlock what's been waiting behind unseen doors. If you feel led, declare your readiness symbolically. Write or say 777, not as superstition, but as spiritual alignment. That number is heaven's code for divine completion, covenant confirmation, and supernatural readiness. It marks the moment between waiting and fulfillment, between preparation and possession. Writing it, saying it, praying it, it's an act of prophetic agreement. It's your spiritual yes to what God is doing right now. You are not just standing in hope, you are standing at the edge of divine fulfillment. Right here, right now. Everything is converging. God's promises, your obedience, and heaven's perfect timing are colliding to bring forth what you've been faithfully believing for. The blessing is not just coming to you, it's coming through you. What's about to unfold isn't simply for your benefit, it's for the sake of those connected to your life. This moment is generational. It's eternal. Your obedience is creating waves that will ripple far beyond your lifetime. You are carrying a legacy. You are walking in a purpose that transcends your own needs and desires. The weight of the glory you are about to receive will not just shift your life, it will shift the atmosphere of your entire bloodline. Cycles are being broken. Patterns are being rewritten. Generational strongholds are being dismantled through your alignment. And generations to come will benefit from your yes in this moment. You are not just being blessed, you are being positioned. You are not just being lifted, you are being entrusted. The transfer is not a transaction, it's a transformation. It's heaven saying, now is the time, and you, beloved, are ready. So rise. Stand in confidence. Let your soul align with your spirit, and your spirit align with heaven. Let your words carry the authority of someone who knows who they are and whose they are. Speak it boldly. Receive it fully. And move forward without hesitation. This is the moment you've been prepared for. This is the fulfillment of prayers you forgot you prayed. This is the transfer you were born for. And it's already begun. Your story is being rewritten, not just edited, but transformed. The narrative that once defined your past is being completely overtaken by God's purpose for your future. This isn't a surface-level shift. This is a divine recalibration that's reaching back into your bloodline and forward into your legacy. What you are walking into now isn't only about you. It's about healing what was broken before you and unlocking what is destined to flourish after you. This transfer is a divine realignment, restoring your family line to its original calling in heaven. Cycles are ending. Generational wounds are closing. Patterns that once limited your family are being interrupted by your obedience. This season isn't about personal success for the sake of applause. It's about God making a public demonstration of His faithfulness through your life. You are becoming living proof that God still moves in power for those who walk in faith. Your breakthrough will not be a quiet event. It will be a testimony. Your victory will not be for your eyes alone. It will be a beacon of hope for others who are still in the waiting, still in the pressing, still wondering if God sees them. You are a sign that He does. There will be people who look at your life and remember that miracles still happen, that God still answers prayers, that favor still flows when faith is anchored. The blessings you are stepping into are not just for your comfort, they are for God's glory. And as you move forward in alignment, others will follow. Not because you told them to, but because your life will speak louder than any words ever could. You no longer have to strive. You no longer have to chase. What once required you to push, to hustle, to strain, God is now allowing to flow. The resistance has broken. The weight is lifting. There is a supernatural ease entering your atmosphere. Not because you've stopped working, but because you've learned to trust. This shift is not about effort. It's about surrender. You've done your part. Now, heaven is doing what only heaven can do. Let it come. Let it find you. You don't have to beg for what has already been assigned to you. The blessings are not just on their way. They are already unfolding around you. This is not coincidence. This is divine orchestration. After all the waiting, after the years of holding on when you wanted to let go, after the prayers that seemed to go unanswered, now is the time. This is the moment. Chosen one, this is what your spirit has been sensing. The weight, The stirring, the anticipation, it wasn't your imagination. It was preparation. It was confirmation that something holy was on the horizon. And now the horizon has become your reality. You are not stepping into random favor. You are walking into a promised season. The divine transfer is not a hope, it's a happening. What's shifting in your life isn't small. It's the culmination of everything heaven has been orchestrating behind the veil. The spiritual has touched the physical. The invisible is becoming visible. What you once could only feel in your spirit is now taking shape in your life. You are not late. You are not behind. You are right on time. This moment is sacred. August 6th is more than a date, it is a divine appointment. It marks the turning of a chapter not just in your life, but in the story God is writing through you. A new page has begun, and with it comes clarity, power, peace, and favor. The wilderness is behind you. The silence has served its purpose. The testing has produced strength, and the waiting has produced wisdom. Now the reward is being released. Let go of the pressure to perform. This next move won't be built on your striving. It will be sustained by your surrender. You don't need to push your way into doors God has already unlocked. Walk confidently. Stand boldly. Speak faithfully. Move like someone who knows heaven is backing every step. Because it is, the overflow you're entering into is strategic. It's prophetic. It's purposeful. And it's personal. God did not forget you. He didn't skip over you. He was simply preparing you for this. You're no longer asking when it will happen. You're now being called to walk like it already has. This is a new realm of trust, a new depth of faith, a new level of spiritual maturity. And you are ready. This transfer is not just about what you receive, but who you become in the process. It's about being transformed into someone who not only carries the blessing, but honors the weight of it. God is upgrading your life and your identity. You are not just a recipient, you are a vessel. The overflow that's being released to you is designed to touch others through you. Your life is becoming a river, not a reservoir, so open wide. Stretch your faith. Take your place. Heaven is ready. The blessing is ready. The breakthrough is ready, and now you are too.